Yeah, hi, good evening, everybody. So it is about time. So first of all, a very warm welcome and thanks for taking out time today for onboarding. So, so before we start, and if so, I've already shared this slide. If with a quick yes, if if you are able to see the screen, so then please unmute and say yes. So that would be affirmative answer from me that you're able to see the screen.
Yes.
Yes, it is available.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
I can see. Yes.
Yes. Yes, can see.
Okay, thanks. So few ground rules in terms of, because we are close to about 20 people on the call. So in my request would be, whenever you have to speak, please unmute yourself and speak, and then again go on mute. So that way the echo will not come in. So
Why is he diction?
yeah, and right now along with me, so there are other staff of AOL also joined in. So before we jump into that particular thing, I've just shared the review screen with you. So these are the reviews which are as fresh as 1 week old, and as old as about 5 to 6 months old. So first of all, I would say congratulations for making this decision to joining in our institute. And before moving into, I feel Sunita, our director, has also joined in. So let me hand this baton over to Sunita for a quick introduction, then probably I will come across. Sunita, are you there?
Yeah.
Yes. Sunita, we have a full batch close to about 22 participants, and we have just inaugurated our onboarding session. So over to you before we jump into the details of that.
Hello, everybody. I'm glad to see everybody. A lot of you guys have closed off your videos, so I definitely can't see you. But warm welcome to each one of you to the Immigration Consultant Program at the Academy of Learning in Mississauga. As you're aware that this is an extremely premium program, and everybody who's joined in is extremely lucky to get on the bandwagon before it goes away from the private colleges and goes to Queen's University. So to start with, I'd like to welcome everybody. Today, during the orientation session, we're going to be covering a lot of topics. Most importantly, we'll be telling you about your schedules and how they're going to work, who's going to be responsible for what work. Most of you have met or rather spoken to Meenakshi. She's our admissions director. She's not on the line right now. Then after you've done your admissions process, you are actually coming to the financial aid office that is run by myself, Sobia, and Millie. Most of you must have met Millie and Sobia or have chatted with her during your OSAP process. So we take care of the back end, making sure that your funding is getting done. The OSAP application has been sent out. If you have any questions and answers, or if OSAP has any questions and answers, we try to resolve them by getting in touch with you. More importantly, after this, once the OSAP is released, we mostly would be sending you a receipt. Sometimes students get surprised about getting the receipt. They think it's an invoice. When you receive a receipt, meaning that your OSAP is approved, we have taken the 50% of the funding, the balance will come to your account. It comes in 5 to 7 business days after you receive your receipt from us. After that, then there's the classroom schedules where I think they will be talking more about our teachers. Most of you who have joined us already know that our teachers are world class. We actually have Ontario's best teachers teaching this program. And I mean, I don't want to say it from my own mouth, but if you go on our Google reviews, you will see what the world is talking about our teachers. Also, another very important in the ICCRC exam. So once you finish this and you take your licensing exam, our school has a 98% passing rate. So, and that only happens because the teachers that you're learning from, they are world class. So you are extremely, extremely fortunate to learn under them. And I'm really hoping that this journey for the next 6 to 7 months is going to be enjoyable. After we finish this presentation at the end, Devinder is also going to touch on the referral policy that we have. If you have friends or anybody who does want to come to school, it's a great time to bring them to school. We have an amazing policy where you can make right up to $8,000 to $10,000 a year extra by just referring friends and family. So I'm going to head it back to Dave, and he can take it from here. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Sunita. So for a quick introduction and actually summarizing in terms of what all we will be covering in this particular presentation. So before let's starting the presentation in a methodological format. So as in Sunita has touched upon a referral policy, I do believe that this is one of the beautiful policy which we have, and we have close to about 25 courses with us, spanning across, medical, accounting, business admin, web designing, computer networking, and you name it, and we have the course. And I have just displayed the slide in terms of a referral policy itself. So it is a tier-based kind of a policy. If you refer first student joined us as your referral, you will get $200 as a gratitude reward from our side. Second students which joined in, you will be moved to a second tier, which would be $300. And if you have another student which has come through your reference, you will be moved to a highest slab of $400 per student. So this is just a gratitude. We do value the partnership for that. So this is the maths which we have done it. So you might not believe that let's say about 3 of the people have got close to about $500,000 from this particular referral policy within this particular year. Just to kind of give you a heads up on this particular thing, this policy will close by around 31st of December to 2020, and it is for all diploma programs. Only 2 things to be checked across, that the referral has to tell before the start of the program, not in between the program. So that is the thing. Let me jump to the start of the presentation. We will have a question and answer session in the end. In the meantime, if you do feel that there is a pressing need to ask a question, please unmute yourself and ask a question. But again, the opportunity will be given topic by topic also.
Yes, and if it's something that relates personally to a question that you have regarding your OSAP, your funding, or something a little more personal that does not concern anybody, please send it to us in email, and then we will follow it up, or you can even text or call us. Thank you.
Thanks, Sunita, for this input. And before we jump forward, so generally onboarding is where we know you and you know us. So we would have loved that you could have been into the college, and we would have, at the face-to-face, we have done this kind of onboarding. But in terms of right now on this particular call, so we do have, our facilitator and financial aid officer Sobia, which is present across, and we do have Millie, which is an enrollment expert, and simultaneously she is taking care of all the international enrollments. So I will just quickly ask Millie to come across, and then Sobia to come across to say hi and hello, so that the people are aware that you are there.
Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to Academy of Learning College. As I am interacting with all of you, most of you, and we have definitely talked to each other regarding your OSAP. I take care of your OSAP things. I will be sending you, most of the students might have received the orientation package, a big email, including all those attachments. So it is sent by me. What I suggest, just go through with all those attachments and just send acknowledging, say you are accepting that email and 1 line, and send it back to me. Also, I'm taking care of your enrollment contract, which they will be describing you shortly. It's sending by Dave, and it is sending by me as well. So you will be receiving that email. You will be receiving one more email about your, as most of the students have sent me the admissions requirement regarding the post-secondary education transcript. If you receive again email, just send it back to me. So I'm taking care of all the stuff, and I really welcome you all. Hope everything will be fine and you will be enjoying this session. Thank you, Dave.
Thanks, Millie. Sobia, are you there on the call? Sobia?
Yes, Dave, thank you. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Academy of Learning. I hope you guys are safe and healthy in your homes and keeping up with this crucial time. I will be your first teacher for your bookkeeping class if you're starting on weekend tomorrow. If you're starting after that, I will be seeing you after the break, which is going to be ending on August 10th.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we will talk about this later, maybe in tomorrow's class. So enjoy your session.
Yeah. Thanks, Obia. So before I kind of start across, so there would be a lot of questions, but we have done the onboarding deck in such a way that most of your questions would be answered, because we are touch basing each and every questions which you might have. In case if the still question is left, please do utilize the question and answer session in the last. So let's jump into the presentation right away, as in Sunita has already laid out in terms of who is handling what. So but let me kind of reiterate. In case of Sunita is our director, and simultaneously she is also OSAP expert. Any query or any complex query or any personal query which you have regarding OSAP, she could be the best person you can reach out to. So please make a note of that. Any queries related to OSAP complications, you do mark a mail across to Sunita, and you will get a response within 24 hours. So Min, you might have met across also over the phone or have talked, because she is our admission counselor. And in case of any admission related thing, you can reach out to Min. So Sobia, which right now she has interacted with you. She is a facilitator, because I will do a course breakup while into the presentation. She will be taking up your 2 courses, and simultaneously she is also taking care of financial office. Millie, as I said, that she is wearing multiple hats. So she is an enrollment expert also. All end-to-end work till you are enrolled into the college, she takes care of single-handedly all the things. And she is also our international coordinator for the students. All international students are being routed through Millie. So the last, there is I am, which is, my name is Devinder. I am your administration expert. In case of any query where you feel that you are stuck, your Moodle is not working, or you want to know more about the course or something like that, please drop in a mail across to me. So I would be taking care of all your queries. And in case of where to reach us, when you have received the onboarding link from us, you might have seen that all the people which are relevant, particularly while during your journey, has been listed on the email itself. Let's say for Sunita at aolmississauga.com, Min at aolmississauga.com. Plus, in case if you want to reach all, so there is a team email also, which is team@aolmississauga.com. Please feel free to drop across email. So we prefer a mode of communication rather than you picking up a call and calling. You drop across a mail, and we will try to answer that as soon as possible. Moving forward, so what you can expect out of this particular presentation. So first of all, we would be talking about the onboarding policy. So what are the document requirement and other things. Then we will moving into course breakup module, because most of the people might are anxious in terms of knowing when is their course starting, and in terms of what are the modules to cover, and why the link has not been given to them yet, because we wanted to do this onboarding first, then only send across the links. Please bear with us till that session. Referral policy, as we have already discussed. Post that, we will be moving on to what are the different learning platforms in case of Academy of Learning. So, and then there would be a Q&A session in the end. So before we jump into in terms of overall things, let's finish off what are the admission requirements, because our college is approved college across from the ministry as well as OSAP. So the maintenance of files are pretty critical, and we are audited, so without any notice. And if your file is incomplete, it just increases the hassle. So before we move into the what should be into the file, so I will just touch base on what are the main admission requirements for this particular thing. As Min and Millie might have already explained, I will just briefly touch upon that there has to be at least 2-year post-secondary education, or if you are an internationally educated student, please give in your WES from ICAS or any other equivalence assessing agencies. Also, if you have a Canadian education, do submit your transcripts, and we don't want originals, we only want the copies of that particular case. In case if you're a high school, then you submit across your relevant experience certificate, which is close to about 2 years. So this is one of the admission requirement. Second is we will be touch basing with you, because due to COVID, we are not allowing most of the people to come across to our institute, but there are these 2 exams which you need to give. Now, generally 2 queries comes in that I have a valid IELTS course. If you have a valid IELTS course, you will be waived off 1 exam, and only 1 exam you need to give across, which would be only 15 minutes, a general problem solving exam. If you don't have any valid IELTS or any English assessment, so then you need to give, another test also, which would be basic reading, writing, and sentence completion, along with the problem solving. It takes generally 1.5 hours to complete it. We would be sharing that schedule probably in the next 10 to 15 days, when are the slots opening up, so that everybody can book it at their convenient time and come and give it across. And this needs to be placed in your file, so that your file is complete as per the admission requirements before we in fact even start the course. So moving forward, so few of you might have received a copy from Millie, or few of you might not have received, or Millie would be in a process of sending these particular all documents to you across in an email. So briefly, there would be close to about 7-8 documents which she would be sending. Along with that, she would also be sending the DocuSign link, so which alleviates all the printing, signing, and uploading hassles. So you need to click on that particular link, and it will guide you in terms of where you need to sign in, where you need to put in the dates extra. So I will be moving on to enrollment contract. So now this is paramount of importance, because that is a contract between you and Academy of Learning Mississauga. So 2 things to kind of refer to here. When you are putting your student name, do put in as in terms of which is showing as in your Canadian address proof. So if it is showing something different and you're putting in different, so your diploma would be issued on the name which you will put in into this particular. Please make a note of that, and you need to initial with the DocuSign. You need not have to do anything. It will guide you where to sign it across. And then in the last page, there is acknowledgement, where which are the documents which you have sent. We will take an acknowledgement, and then we will take a printout at our college. Moving further, so there are a few questions coming in case of chat, but I will come to this after finishing this particular documents page. So then there is a student handbook. Student handbook again is a kind of a guide which shows across, so how to conduct yourself and what would be the breaks and how the things are to be. Please read through that and sign it in the end and submit it back. Another document is students' rights and responsibility and complaint form. This briefly outlines the rights and responsibility of a student, and also highlights how to, if you have a complaint regarding anything, how to escalate and how to put across a complaint in a formal manner. Please go through this document also. So then there is another document, student expulsion policy. So it just highlights the kind of parameters under which this policy could be executed. Please quickly, briefly have a look at it before signing the things. Now, there is a document which is active student participation policy. Now, this is the so because most of the people are on OSAP, and OSAP do govern and constantly checks what is your progress in the college. It might be on the form of attendance, and secondly, in terms of how you are doing the quizzes and how you are doing progressing in the college. So any shortfall in terms of attendance is being seriously looked by OSAP and by the ministry, that why the student is not able to do his hours, because you have enrolled into a full-time diploma with our college. The full-time diploma definition is the course has to be minimum 20 hours in the college for a week. So there might be certain exceptions. There is no exception on this particular case, but in case there is a medical emergency, you will be asked to produce the proof, but in turn, again, to cover up the hours, it would be onus would be back on the student to cover the things. So in case, let's say specifically for the weekend students, because weekend students class is condensed to 10 hours a day. So any day missed is like 10-hour missed. So probably then you need to devote that extra time in order to cover up your attendance. Please take a note of that, because regular audits keep on coming, and Sunita and me keep on sending these particular reports to the ministry in terms of how the student is performing. So in case, if we do understand that there might be exigencies would be coming in, but keep us informed and keep us in the loop. moving forward. So there is a sexual violence and harassment policy. Please go through that. Any kind of a harassment or any kind of a violence is not tolerated. So we feel that, we feel that in case of any harassment, so we don't think second time, you would be just expelled out of the college. And simultaneously, if you feel that so that is being done to somebody, please highlight it back to us, and be respectful and be to all this, your peer group as well as to the staff. So now this is more or less we have covered the policy documents. I will briefly take a moment in terms of if there are any specific question related to that policies which we have covered. So there are 3 chat. Okay. So are you guys able to hear me, or so there is, please unmute.
Yeah, it's audible.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And there was one, so there was one question from Sanjina. Yeah. So that IELTS I gave in 2014, it might not be valid. Reason being is the validity of IELTS is 2 years. So probably you need to give an exam with us. So this is not like IELTS. It is like, let's say 90% mild down version of IELTS, which you do with us. Okay. So any pressing question, if it is not, so then I will just move forward.
Could you please let me know about the weekends? You told that it's 10 hours per day, but I believe it's 8 hours per day. So how is it 10 for that?
No, generally, so I will just park your question for the time being, because I would be covering the weekend class. Would that be okay?
Yeah, it's fine. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Rupinder. Okay. So for the time being, let's move forward. So what is your course entail? What are the books which are required, and how your course is being phased? So I first like to draw your attention to the books section. So in case of your books, so these are like 4 books which are the reference books which you can purchase or you cannot purchase. It is purely your discretion. Also, you can purchase it from any outside source, or you can place an order with us and we can procure it for you. But you need to do that in advance, and you have to send across the money to Sunita for this. And so again, just small clarity, there is another frequently asked question is, do my OSAP covers my book fee? No. Your OSAP only covers your tuition and the mandatory fees. Book fees need to be paid in addition.
Sorry.
Hello. Yes.
No, hold on. I'm sorry, Devinder.
Yeah, Sunita.
Devinder, I'm just sorry, I had to interrupt in between. OSAP actually does cover the book fee. OSAP covers the book fee. The only thing is the school is not authorized to take the book fee directly from their funding, like their tuition. Okay. So the book fee actually goes to the student, and then the student has the option either to buy the books from outside, and if they want to buy from us, then they have to pay us. So okay. Yes, to answer the question, the book fee is covered by OSAP.
Okay, so let me, thanks, Sunita. So let me rephrase.
No problem.
So again, FAO has defined, few funds comes directly to the school. Let me put it that way. The fund of books doesn't come directly to the school. It goes into your bank account, whichever you have listed. Now, in case if you want to choose to buy the books from it, you need to, put the money back to us, or you have to do a e-transfer to us so that we can place an order for you for the books. Thanks, Sunita, for highlighting at the right time. So I feel so then there are these 2 books, which is bookkeeping and business law and ethics. So this is a mandatory thing which you need to purchase it from us. Now the books are online, but because we activate the courses and you can download the books online, you need to do a e-transfer of $25 to us before we enable the courses. So this was a part of books. Now let's move again back to what is your immigration course look like. So now your immigration course has 3 pieces or 3 phases or 3 parts, So generally one is called ILS. ILS is, integrated learning systems, but so we call it, let's say, self-learning. So this course primarily constitutes only about 2 courses which Sobia would be facilitating. And I will come back to Sobia in the later slides, but these are the 2 courses which Sobia is conducting. And if you choose to attend the classes, if you're not able to understand, you're most welcome. We do host for bookkeeping about 2 to 3 lectures where we will be sending you across the links. And this self-learning is for 3 weeks, and the facilitator is Sobia. So then the second part, or one of the part, is Instructor Led Course. So here it is being taught by the instructor in the class, and this part is 22 weeks, and we will cover close to about 10 courses. And the last post we have done these two parts. So then the last part is a practicum part, which is 4 weeks of training, your training with the ICCRC. If you have any organization in mind, you're most welcome to go ahead and do your practicum there. So this is close to about 150 hours. So 3 parts: self-study part 3 weeks, instructor-led parts 22 weeks, 10 courses, and practicum for 4 weeks. Yeah. So now, so probably a lot of the queries generally came in specifically to course module. So I will just again take a brief pause because I will be moving into the main course module before. If there is any question, or I would invite Sobia if he wants to throw a light in terms of a self-learning course. Sobia.
Thank you, Dave. Yes, I would like to tell you guys that there are 2 books which we have to complete in first 3 weeks of your start of the course. First book is bookkeeping. It has 2 exams. One is practical and one is online exam. The second book is business law and ethics. It only has like 1 exam. It's a MCQ exam. So you are able to refer to your book while writing the exam for both of the exam, because it's open book exam. I'll be there to help you out for bookkeeping, and any practical thing which you're not understanding, I'll be there to help you. I'm thinking to have, like, for weekend classes, I'm thinking to have like 2 classes. In the first class, I'll try to finish half of the book. Like, it has only 6 chapters, so I'll try to finish 3 chapters. And the second lesson, which is going to be on the next Saturday, I'll try to finish the rest of the book, and then I will help you out in the practical exam as well. Okay. And even after we finish with the class, if you have any trouble, you can always email me. Devinder already told you, like, the email address is the same. You just have to change the name. My name is Sobia, so you can just write sobia@aolmississauga.com. You can connect with me. I can help you. I can even give you some lectures in the classroom. If you want to come into school, I can help you out. If you need more assistance, you're most welcome. That's pretty much, and rest of the things we will discuss while we're going in the classroom, because I don't want to take much time of this presentation.
Yeah.
So I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah. Hi, this is Purnima here. Yeah. Sobia, I have a question for you. So you're talking about the weekend classes, but what about the people who have enrolled for the evening classes? Are you going to be doing it for them as well?
Yes. So for now, because we're going on a break for those who are starting on weekdays, so that's why I was not talking about that. I'm going to be having classes for them as well, but after the break, we go coming back on I think August 10th. So we will have 1 class on August 10th for all of them, evening and the morning batch.
So
okay, so
right now I was talking.
Sorry, Devendra, I'm going to just actually, this should have been said to all the students firsthand. So this is how the progress of the program will be, because most of you know that this program does end on you have to register before July 31st. And that is the reason all of you have registered for the July 25th and the July 27th morning and evening class. So what is going to happen, the weekend class, whoever is in this group who's in the weekend, they will have no breaks for 29 weeks. So let's say if there's a start holiday or something, there are no breaks for the weekend class. But the students who are in the morning and evening class, as your start date is July 27th, that will be your day 1 when you will get your books and everything through PDF on email. But instantly we have 2 weeks break, which is a scheduled break by the ministry. So we will be closed from July 27th. We come back on August the 10th. So technically your course will start on that day, August 10th. And after that, from August 10th onwards, Sobia will be taking morning and evening separate classes identical to the ones that she will take for the weekend class. Your first 3 weeks will be business, law and ethics and bookkeeping courses. Business, law and ethics is a complete self-study. Bookkeeping, Sobia will be doing Zoom classes so that you understand better, because it's more of a math-related course, and we want students to be able to understand questions that they don't have answers to, so Sobia will be available. After you finish your 3 weeks in class, these facilitate-led course, you will go into your legal courses. Before you go into your legal courses, Devinder will be sending you a schedule as to what module you're going to be starting, what will be the date of the start of that module, and what will be the end date for the module, and who will be your teacher. You will get every Sunday, you're going to get a new Zoom link to enter into your classes. So that is how the program will work. Just so that you're not confused as soon as Monday comes, what's happening, where's my course, where are the teachers, who can I get in touch with? We will be closed for 2 weeks. So we have 2 weeks summer vacation. You can relax, do whatever you want to do with your family until we come back on August the 10th. So I hope I have addressed that concern.
Yeah, thanks, Sunita. So we have also
Thank you. I appreciate that.
What we have done is we have also highlighted the schedule for the weekdays. So if you are able to see the screen, you will be able to see the course by course breakup also, and simultaneously when is your self-study and when it is merging with the instructor led course. So we would be also sending this particular schedule based on the batches.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, hi. I'm on a weekend batch. So I have a concern. If we miss out like 8-hour, 10-hour class on weekend, so can we cover up like someday if the same course is going on weekdays, morning or evening? Can we join that one somehow?
No, that won't be possible, because all teachers will be teaching in a different way. Some teachers like to do some modules before they go to the, let's say some teachers might like to start with module 2 and they might take it to module 4 afterwards. So if you jump from one class to another, you probably will stand to lose. However, if there is a situation, like we've had students ask us this question, if my shift changes, what do I do? We do charge a $100 fee to change from one class to another. And if you miss something, let's say you're in module 2 at one and the others are half fit for module 3, you will have to cover at your own time.
Yeah.
But that if I missed it, then that will affect my credit hour for that OSAP thing, right?
No, the credit hours will, because you won't get any break. So it won't affect your hours. 20 hours a week, it will not affect. But what it will affect is that you will have to take care of where you missed, what exam you missed, and how you're going to cover up that exam. That will be your responsibility.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
No problem.
Yeah, thanks, Sunita, for this one. So, so in case of because I would be also sending you the course schedule, which is right now you are able to see on your screen. So this is a weekday schedule. Weekday schedule is for both morning and evening batch from Monday to Thursday. So this schedule I will be sending it across to you by around tomorrow. So this is the schedule where we'll follow. As Sunita has already pointed out that we are going into a summer break right away, and then we will be convening on 10th of August. Probably I will be sending you across the Zoom link classes for Sobia's class initially for bookkeeping. Again, if you feel that you're good in terms of accounting related subject, the class is optional. So then you take your call. And then because the weekday batch also will have a winter break also, so that is also highlighted. So this schedule will help you in terms of navigate that how you are going to and which course, which module, which you would be covering across. And moving to a weekend batch, I will just leave the screen for the time being, because weekend batch is without a break. Even there is no break for a weekend batch. That is how it is populated. So it will start immediately on 25th of August. Post this particular onboarding session, you would be receiving, the weekend students would be receiving the link from my side which would be into Sobia's class starting tomorrow from 10 to 2. And then
25th of, I'm sorry, 25th of August or 25th of July? Is it starting
sorry, it
tomorrow,
is
no?
July. It is July, sorry. My mistake. It is, let's say, 25th of July. Yeah, thanks
Okay,
for correcting. I will just make that amendment there. Yeah, so it is for 25th of July till 2nd of August, and then 8th of August to 9th of August, primarily your weekend batch for business law and ethics. So that you need to cover it on your own. I will change this particular typo and then send it across to you, the schedule also. Hello, Sanjina. Your voice is breaking.
The classes was from 10:30.
Yes, go ahead,
Can you hear
Sanjina. I'm
me?
listening. Tell me, what was the question, my dear?
The class was supposed to be 10 to 5. That's what I was told. It says 10 to 8:30 p.m. there.
Okay, so that is the scheduled time. So let me explain how the weekend works. Now, because the other students who are doing a weekday are doing 20 hours a week, the weekend class is condensed. So all your lecture series will happen till about 4 or 5 o'clock. And the balance time that if you were in class, you would be doing classwork or group work, you can do it at your own time. So the scheduled hours till 8:30, but classes don't run till that time.
Yeah. And just to add
Classes
on,
will be till how much? Sorry, classes will be till how much? Because I normally have work at the evening. So, like,
Most
tentative
likely,
how much?
it won't go over 5. That's for sure.
Yeah.
It won't go over 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's how I have managed my. Sorry, I'm talking personally on this. I'm really sorry about that, but that's how I manage my timing. In the evening shift, I put my work so that I can take this.
So before, it is a good question, Sanjina. So let me just break up one
Yes.
module.
So it'll more.
Hello.
Yeah, now your voice was cutting off. Now it's
Okay.
no, we cannot hear.
So are you able to hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so let me break up one module. Let's say we talk about, let's say, Canadian immigration law and policy module overall. So now this module consists of 3 again parts. One is assignment parts, where the prof has taught you and you have to do the assignment. It generally constitute close to about 20 to 30%. And then there are quizzes at different places, which is 1 or 2 quizzes, and then there would be last exam, which would be a final exam. So generally when we say 5 or 5:30, generally the class is over, because the assignment work and other work has been handed it over to the students, and then they do that particular kind of a work. But this is the hours which you need to devote in order to complete the module overall. But the classes might not go as Sunita suggested, will go close to about 5 to 5:30 p.m.
Okay. Hello.
Yeah, Carla.
So you said 5:30, because I mean 5 o'clock is what I also have on my schedule, and I cannot go beyond 5 o'clock.
You're in which batch, Carla?
Weekend batch.
So I would say, so let's connect offhand in terms of on these queries where the schedule is clashing. You drop across a mail, so then we will respond on that. Would that be?
Because like I understand that after 5 it's at your own schedule kind of thing to gather your materials and work on your own, because at the end of the day, when you deliver the materials, and obviously you did put time which will equal to the 8:30 kind of PM schedule. So I just want to make sure that it will not go over the 5 p.m. just because I also have other things and I worked around that as well.
So again, as I said, Carla, so generally most of right now the trend is the class is finishing by around 5 or 5:30. So that is the maximum time it has gone, because it is then there are a lot of assignments which needs to be covered. So generally it doesn't go beyond that particular timing. So I feel you should be good on that. And in case if you have a specific query across, do drop across an email.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I would be sending you across the course schedule post this particular onboarding session is done. Okay.
Yeah, also on your schedule there, A and B for the weekends, 25th of July starting. So basically, even though you guys are closed for 2 weeks,
Weekend doesn't have any break. Weekend doesn't have any break.
yeah, we're still have to deliver and provide everything as there's no breaks. Okay.
So, but again, these two courses are like self-learning courses. So the time is pretty much flexible. At the end, we will gather across a declaration from you that you have spent about 20 hours a week for that particular course. And that's it.
Okay, so basically, as long as you read your materials and provide the assignments and do everything that it's expected of you, then it would, okay,
then
thanks.
You're good. Yeah. So, and again, we would be sending you across the link. I feel most of the queries would also be answered tomorrow regarding that particular course, because for weekend course, we would be sending a Zoom link for a facilitation class on bookkeeping level 1 after this onboarding.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Excuse me, Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a quick question. So the first two courses, the bookkeeping level and the business law and ethics, do we have an exam for that, or is it just a self-study or what?
No, it do have a due credit to it, and you need to clear out the exam, and the minimum passing rate for the exam is 70%. So that is why the facilitation classes are there.
Right. So when can we expect the exam for that? Is it online or MCQ based or something?
So it is more like so tomorrow when you're getting the link, the SOBIA would be taking you in terms of what is the breakup. Everything is more or less MCQ only.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Moving forward, just as a next step, so I've just bifurcated in terms for the weekday batches, which is morning and evening, Monday to Thursday. The school will reconvene on 10th of August, which means that you will be getting a link of your bookkeeping class close to about 8th of August. And you will be moving directly into the SOBIA's class as per the schedule for these two self-study courses. And for the weekend batch, the next step would be that you will be immediately getting, after this onboarding session, SOBIA class link for tomorrow, and you would be into the class to just understand about the subject. Okay. Referral policy we have already covered. Yeah, hi.
Exam will happen just after the finishing of that particular module?
For good question. For the self-learning course, you can actually request in when you are ready to write the exam between these 2 weeks itself, and you can request into SOBIA to enable the exam, because the exam setting due to the COVID is from home. So whenever you are ready between these, let's say 2 weeks, you can request that please enable my exam, and then we will enable the exam and you can give it from your home.
I have a question here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Rupinder.
Yeah, actually, Devinder, so you have told that the course will be finished in 2 weeks, yes? So how can we complete the test like in these 2 weeks? Can't it be for the 3rd week?
No, generally what happens is because this is elementary level books itself. So this is the, hello?
Yeah, please continue.
Yeah. So this is elementary level book. So what we are saying is whenever you are ready between these 2 weeks, if you have read, few people will feel that they're ready now, so then we can enable the exam. But within 2 weeks, it should not take more than 2 weeks to do to study this particular course, and 1 week for business law and ethics.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. So have I answered the questions? Should I move forward? Hello?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, thanks. So now in terms of, so there are, let's say 2-3 learning modules, learning platform with the, with our school. So the first learning module, which we are talking about is, I will request SOBIA to come in, because this is the, where you will be able to access your ebooks, access your exams, and simultaneously access your other material. SOBIA, are you there?
Thank you, Dave. Yes, so first learning platform is from our Learning Hub, AOLCC, which you will be using for downloading your books for these two courses, and for doing the exams and going through the quizzes. And we do have some online lectures in there as well. So if you feel like after my lectures you need some more support, you can always go back and refer to those video clips. Even after finishing these two courses, you will also be going back and checking for your immigration consultant program, all the courses and their assignment marks as well. all the links and your username and password you will be getting soon. Maybe most of you must have got one email to set up your password and stuff. If you didn't receive anything, that's not any big deal. I'm here to help you tomorrow morning or whenever you're coming to my class, even after the break. I will help you to log in, and I will explain how to use this platform through my share screen on Zoom. So yeah, we will discuss it tomorrow.
Okay.
Or whenever you're coming to my class.
Thanks, Obia. So I will briefly touch upon the online platforms, because my EOLCC platform is which you will be immediately have an access to. We generally have 3 online platforms. One is Acme. Right now it was for attendance, but for attendance right now we are not using it because you're not coming to the college. Your attendance would be marked for self-learning courses by a declaration, which would be sent by Sobia. And for instructor led, the instructor would be marking your attendance for that. So this one is not a platform for the time being. So then there is a platform which is My EOLCC, where your self-learning courses will be there. So this is the platform where you will have a recorded lecture all together for these 2 courses. And simultaneously, you will be giving the exam of these 2 courses into this particular platform. So tomorrow into the class, so Sobia will help you in terms how to navigate this particular platform. So when you are done with these your 3 weeks, we will be give you access to a platform which is Moodle. So this is primarily all the legal courses would be there specifically, and you can actually download, because it is full presentation based, you can actually download the presentation and download the assignments and do it on your own. So the prof would be assisting you for this particular Moodle platform. Plus we will also send you across the guide how to navigate this particular platform, and in case if you have forgotten your username and password. So more or less, so this was the main discussion which we wanted to have. Now we are open to questions. Please unmute yourself and ask. If you want to ask a specific person a question, you can ask your questions.
Hi, Deepinder. Hi, everyone.
Yeah, hi, Mohammed.
Just a quick question. I would be starting after the break because I'm evening classes.
Okay.
But I'm wondering if I can purchase or have access to the self-learning website or portal, so I can maybe use this break to start with the business law and bookkeeping.
Surely you can drop an email to us, and we will respond over the email on this.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Hello, yeah, hi, I'm Bapafir.
Yeah, hi.
Actually, I have a question. The exam will be at the college level or it will be at the ministry level? So the exam which I'll be giving, the passing marks and everything will be provided by the college level, or it will be provided by the ministry level?
No, so there are 2 things. We are, let's say, governed by the largest private career college across, which is Academy of Learning. So all the exams which you are giving is actually directly routed to their server. Now ministry asks us, we need to send across what is the progress report of a student. So then in turn, that score we send it across to the ministry, that this is the attendance and this is what the student has been doing in terms of progress. So the server, which if you're asking about the server, it goes to our AOL, Academy of Learning main head office server.
Okay, I catch that. So basically the license which I'll be applying for, right, evaluated on the terms of the exam.
Yes,
which
so it's going to be
evaluated
based on the diploma that we give you. So when providing the EPE exam, they will verify the information with us that the student has he or she completed the course here successfully. And we are the ones who will be giving that report out to the ICCRC, whether the student has, the account is up to date, there's no outstanding payments, nothing. Then we say yes, and that will be considered as part of one of the requirements that you fulfilled as part of filling up the application to write the exam.
Makes sense. Okay,
Yeah.
Thank you.
And that is the biggest requirement. I feel you are devoting 29 weeks of your thing to get accustomed to what would be there in the exam.
Yeah, it makes sense, because some of the licenses, they are governed by the ministry level. So they are basically like, if I'm writing for certain license, so it is like the ministry level is taking my exam and everything, and they are granted.
No, not here. No,
Okay.
it's at school level only.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Hi, Dave.
Yeah, hi.
I have two questions. It's me, Amir.
Yeah, Amir.
Why we need to do the course? Like, I don't have to have a license to procure or to do the business or to open my consultancy here in Canada, or do I have to have a license to do a practice here? And my second question is the practicum. Can I do it early, like right now, if I can? Or I have to do it after the self-service or self-assessment courses that you are doing?
I will answer that. Who is this Amir, right?
Yeah, me.
Okay. So the answer to your first question, you will need the license if you want to open your own business. Until you don't have the immigration license from ICCRC, legally you are not allowed to give advice. So yes, with the diploma, you can work as a consultant in an office where there are licensed immigration consultants, but you technically cannot open your own office. And your second question, whether you can do your placement early. So there is a thing like if you're taking OSAP, OSAP has approved you for the number of weeks that are in the program. If you finish off your placement right now, and at the time when your placement comes, the 4 weeks you don't have anything to do, we do have to inform OSAP that the student has finished 4 weeks in advance. Based on that, they will send you an email back that now you are in over payment. Because they have funded your program for 29 weeks, you finished it in, let's say, 25 weeks. So they have paid you more than what you should have got, and they might ask for the money back along with the loan part that you have to give back. So it's really not in your favor to finish it before time. That is why the program is developed in such a way. So the business law and ethics, it's a very, very easy book. Most students finish it off within a day, and they want to write the exam the same day. I tell them you have 3 weeks for bookkeeping and business law and ethics. Relax and write it after that time is done for that course. Because this way, if you've written it in the first week, now you have 2 weeks, you're doing nothing, right? Yeah. So there's a reason why the program is divided into 650 hours and 29 weeks. If we choose anything about it, we need to inform the ministry. And that will result in you being reassessed. Reassessed means you might get less funding or you might be in overpayment. So it just kind of opens a can of worms.
Sure. So one more question, like do we have to find our own placement after the courses, or you will help us out with the placement too?
We do it.
Okay, sure.
Hi, I have a question. I'm sorry, my network went off in between, so I could not hear it. So the exam that you are talking about, bookkeeping and business ethics, so do we have to come to college or it's an online examination we have to write?
Online.
Online, okay, thank you.
Hi, this is Mushir here. Regarding the practicum, is it mandatory to take 4 weeks practicum, or because I'm asking, I have full-time job, so.
No, so what a lot of our clients will give students work that would constitute of 4 weeks of work if they were going to the placement. Once you submit that work to them, and they can sign off on your placement that yes, the student has done the practicum portion, and that's all we need for the file.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
Hi, I have a question. It's
Go ahead.
Carla.
Yes,
So
Carla.
I just want to retouch the subject that we were talking about. Like don't rush into doing the exam for the first 2 subjects, the bookkeeping and the ethics and the business. So if like, for example, if you already have taken these courses previously because of your legal background kind of thing, then you wouldn't suggest to rush it, just read the materials and then do the actual exam?
I would suggest that, but in, let's say if you want, there's also an option of, if you already know, let's say you think you've already have prior experience in bookkeeping, or you know bookkeeping or business law and ethics, we also recommend students to challenge it. Challenging meaning you pay $35 for each of these courses. You will just write the exam and not do the course. If you pass it with 75%, then you can get a credit for those courses. It brings the cost down by $600 if you pass both of them. If you're taking OSAP, then of course your funding goes down. But if you're paying on your own, then again, $600 is a lot of money, and that you have to pay less. So that is another option that you have.
So in order to, like, if you want to do it before the time, you have to pay the $600 to expedite?
No. What I meant is, like you said, you have prior knowledge, right?
Yes.
So if you have prior knowledge, we are telling you to challenge it, that, okay, I can write the exam, I don't want to do the course. So then you also get 3 weeks off the program. So for a regular person, the course is 29 weeks. If you pass these courses by challenging them, the course will become now 26 weeks for you. The cost of it will go down by $600. So that is another option you have.
Okay, so now if I want to challenge that, how much time do I have to make that challenge as soon as we go, like, because I do it on a weekend?
Okay, so you are on a weekend class. The weekend actually is starting tomorrow.
Yeah.
We don't have enough time for you to challenge it because your class, your bookkeeping class starts tomorrow itself. What you can do is you can challenge the business law and ethics because currently you are in the bookkeeping class. Or what I can do is we can change your date to a later date and you can continue to challenge this. If you pass this, then you know what? You don't have to do them again.
Okay, and do I have to do quizzes? Because there are quizzes in between, right?
That is something Sobia would be able to answer. I don't know the content of the program.
Okay, so.
Sorry, what's the question?
The question is, if I want to challenge and do the exams, right? I am aware that there is quizzes in between. So does that apply to myself if I want to challenge?
No, so if you want to go for challenging those exams, you just have to go for the final exam for them.
Okay. So would I be...
So you have to do 2 final exams, one for bookkeeping and one for business law and ethics. For bookkeeping, there would be 50 MCQs. For business law and ethics, there would be like 40 MCQ questions.
Okay, so tomorrow we will be connecting. And apparently, I guess, as per what she said earlier.
So if you want to challenge those exams, you have to let me know by today so that I don't activate those exams for you, those courses for you. Sorry, because once I activate it, then you won't be able to challenge them because that is automatically been charged for those. You will be automatically being charged for those courses. So if you want to challenge us, do let me know so that I don't activate those courses for you. I will not give you any access to the courses, so you will only go for the final exams.
Okay, so yes, I would like to challenge that.
For both of them?
For both of them, yeah.
Okay.
So in that case, Carla, you will not be getting a Zoom meeting for tomorrow's class, but you will get a separate email from Sobia about the challenges, okay? Then your course will automatically start on August the 17th.
Okay, perfect.
All right, dear.
Thank you.
No problem. Any other questions?
Yeah, I just wanted to confirm that you have a weekend course starting on 1st of August too, right?
No, not 1st of August.
I had an email which had a 1st of August and 15th of August starting weekend classes.
Okay, Devinder probably has a schedule. He can tell you.
Yeah. So Mandeep, please. So I will connect with you after the call.
Yeah.
So what is there in 1st of August? We don't have class on 1st of August.
No. People who are in the 27th, 25th July class, they will have no break. They have class.
So this is the only weekend classes you have starting tomorrow? After this, you have nothing?
You know what, Devinder, as he said, talk to you. We do have some set dates, but I don't know the dates offhand.
All right, perfect. Yeah, thanks.
Farzana, if you have any question, please unmute yourself and you can ask.
I have written my question in the chat box. Are you able to see that?
Yeah, is it Farzana?
Yes, it's me.
Yeah, so you live in Pickering. Will I be able to get a chance to finish the practicum somewhere close? So that can be an option because we have a pool of RCSE consultants, and that could be an option. So we do have a
I can get something closer to my house.
Yeah. So but that we are talking about close to about 25 weeks down the line.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And one more question was there. Is it possible that
No, that is not possible.
Lab charges?
So
Because we are not coming to college.
So that is.
Yeah, but charges are actually part of.
Hello.
Hello.
I have a question. So once we finish the diploma.
Just hold on.
May I?
Just hold on. So there was a question from Farzana which was being answered. So.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So Sunita, you want to take a.
Yeah. So for the $600, it's actually just a breakdown of the tuition itself. If you've noticed, we only charge $25 for the 2 books for the AOLC. Those books cost each about $200 odd, but we don't charge the student that. So, the distribution of the 8190 has been divided in a way that it looks as if 600 is for lab, but technically it's part of your tuition. You will be using services of the staff. You will be getting Zoom links. We are responding to you using computers and stuff like that. And that is included in the cost that you are funded for.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead, Deepak. You had a question?
Yeah. So I had a question that once we finish the diploma, how much time do we have to take that license exam?
You have 3 years after you finish your diploma to do the license exam.
Okay, great. Thank you.
No problem.
So I feel we are, about reaching, let's say 1 hour is getting over. Is there any question or should we close the session? So if there are any questions, we will take last 2 questions and then we will close the session. Okay.
I have one last question.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, I have one. So just wanted to confirm that these classes are always going to be virtual, right? Even if the things get normal, we're not going to be asked to come to college, right?
Currently what we are hearing is right now it's definitely virtual. We do hear from them if everything opens up, we'll have to come in. But we're also hearing that it might be blended learning. So people who want to study from home, or if somebody is doing a lab work, then they can come. So I think you'll be safe to study from home.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
So I would close the session now. Thanks a lot, to asking the relevant questions, and I feel thanks a lot for making out time. So for weekend batch, I would.
I like our classes. Will they start from 9 or 10 until 5, or will there be any lunch break or something like that?
There will always be a lunch break in your time schedule. What the schedule will be, I think it starts at 9:30, not 10 o'clock. But Devinder can answer that better.
Yeah, could you please let me know about the dress, or what we need to be? Is the video compulsory or not for lectures?
So no, you will be able to,
Dress
so
code?
that is, yeah. So first of all, let's answer your questions in terms of lunch break. So there would be breaks intermittently because there is another human which is teaching, so there is constant breaks. And second is in terms of the timing. So timing is, as Sunita pointed out, it is from 9:30, but generally because you people work in terms of weekdays, so that is why the class is starting at 10 a.m. So that is where the thing is. And what is your last question? I feel those were the 2 questions, Rupinder.
Yeah, my question was one about the break and second was about dress code.
So dress code, because you're taking it from the home, you choose not to open the camera. So like I did.
Okay. Yeah, it's fine. So you'll be marking attendance.
Yeah, prof would be marking attendance in terms of, because we do take a snapshot in terms of who are attending, and that is where your attendance would be. And
No, but we don't need to.
And
sorry, we don't need to open
simultaneously
up the
there
video,
would be
right?
you don't need
We don't need
to. Yeah, so that is optional.
Just last question. Me and my husband are taking a course, like both weekend batches.
Okay.
So can we do it from the same laptop, or like do we need to still use two laptops for the same course?
Yeah.
My suggestion would be when when you are typing in for the first few days, just type into your teacher that it is both of you together, so then he can record the attendance accordingly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please drop across an email, so because that is where your attendance would be recorded. Okay.
All right.
Hi, Devinder.
Yeah, hi, Junaid.
So when can we expect to receive an email for the tomorrow morning class?
After this onboarding session.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks. So thanks a lot. Yeah. Sorry.
For Sabita, she will be connecting with me, right?
Sobia.
Sorry.
Yeah, Carla.
Yeah, she will send you an email today with the challenge exam information, and then you will also have to send a $70 e-transfer for the two challenges, and make sure that you pass with 75%.
I have to submit those monies?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the cost to write the challenges.
So Carla, what Sobia will do is she will connect over the call with you, and then so that would be sorted. So that way, she will be telling you.
Yeah, because I will definitely need the materials to read through it, so I could actually do it.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, thanks a lot. And we are heading into the weekend. Enjoy your weekend, and the people who are going into the break, enjoy your break. And thanks a lot for coming across. And again, warm welcome. Sunita,
thank you, everybody. I hope everybody has a good and safe weekend. Enjoy the weather while it lasts. If you have questions during the 2 weeks, because most of our staff is going to be away, just send us an email and we'll try to address it during the time off. Okay?
Yep.
No, thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.